It's the question that won't die. Some people have been wondering if President Obama was born in the United States, despite the facts that say that he was. There are all of these questions about essentially this document right here. This is what's called a certification of live birth. This is basically what the state of Hawaii put out to basically say, hey, President Obama, Barack Obama, was born in Hawaii in 1961. The problem with this paper for these so-called birthers is this is not an original birth certificate. The state of Hawaii says this is, hey, a certified copy, proof basically that we have the birth certificate in our possession. But the birthers say, you know what, this isn't good enough. We want to see the real thing. Hawaii has a law that basically says, you know what, if you don't have a tangible interest in seeing this birth certificate, if you're not, the person themselves or someone who just has a tangible interest in seeing this birth certificate, you can't just waltz into the office and say, hey, I want to see Barack Obama's birth certificate. So because the law says that, not anyone can just go in and look for this, the birthers say, well, there must be something wrong with it. There's all this secrecy surrounding it or what have you. They're demanding, you know what, we want to see it as proof. We're not taking anyone's word for it. A lot of them actually believe that he was born in Kenya. Why? Naturally, because his father was born in Kenya. A lot of people remember President Obama has traveled the world. He spent some time, growing up abroad. And so a lot of these birthers tend to fuel these claims that possibly he wasn't born here and he doesn't really have an American worldview or an allegiance to America or what have you. But just because he traveled abroad and spent some time growing up abroad doesn't mean that he wasn't born here. President Obama himself can't just go in and say, hey, release my birth certificate. It's not quite that easy. Hawaii state law would have to be changed in order for the president himself to say, hey, release my birth certificate. So it makes it hard. It adds fuel to the fire, but it doesn't mean that he wasn't born in the United States. CNN has thoroughly debunked all of the rumors, all of the questions about President Obama possibly being born in another country. There is no doubt in our mind as a network that he was born here in the United States. This is not just us as a network. Many other news organizations have debunked these rumors as well, and yet they still persist.